Can you hear me now? No, second, Twitch. Twitch TV. Let's see if I can hear myself. Channel. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. It works. Hello, 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 hello. It works. Hello, hello. Okay, good. Все сразу заработало. Yes, okay, good. Okay, so let's see. He wants a rematch. Okay, let's give him a rematch. Yeah. Robotic. You're not a fan of AI. I am the Gata Terminator. Yeah. I am the Terminator. I cannot come from the future. I come from the past. Yeah. To wreak havoc on the future. I'm the Gata. What was it? Gata maniac. Not the brainiac, but the Gata maniac. Okay. But the screen I cannot see. Okay, what can you not see on the screen? I think it should be there, yeah? Yeah, it should be there. Can you see the screen now? That is because of my newfound Russian accent. I sound very robotic. But you know, in Russia they have now the week nobody is working. Isn't that great? Nobody needs to work. Screw the work.
And background light.
And the crowd is applauding, yes. Okay. Anyway, this is a hippo. My most favorite hippo in the world. So the question is, can I play f4 now? It's gonna look really strange. But okay, why not? Let's try it, yeah? Okay. Take f4, take e5, and then we go home. Maybe. No, we don't go home. In fact, the whole point of this stream is just to try to avoid my inactive channel and hopefully make sure it works for the future. Yeah. So now that his bishop is on h7, let's grab this bishop. Make sure he takes with the pawn, closes off the d file, and that means my knight on g5 will no longer be in danger. And we can just simply castle. We'll have pair of bishops. His bishop on h7 is quite terrible. And double on the d file. And play normal chess. So, right, so this makes sense. He wants to put his pieces somewhere. I just need to do something, but let's grab this pawn. 3 pawns are nice. Now that we got his attention. I think we got his attention, didn't we? He wants to play f6, take on e6. Maybe, so let's not give him that, but if I move my bishop, okay, let's move the bishop to g4, and then we can put the knight on g6, right? h5, knight h4, knight g6. It should be quite reasonable. Avoid all the potential lines. No video.
No, there is video.
There is video. My wife is watching me right now.
Yes.
There is video. I'm not a complete idiot. Yeah? Okay. So. Came all black for me, only voice. Well, my wife can see me, yeah?
Yes.
I was just checking myself in the mirror. I look pretty cute. I think there's nothing wrong with my camera. Why are you laughing? Did I say something funny?
Yes.
You're so pretty and so witty. Okay, let's give this guy an exchange and just push the pawn. Yeah. Push the pawn. See? People confirm. I can confirm that my video is good. It is not imperialistic troublemakers, yeah? Okay, so knight goes to e5. Okay, so this guy is good. He knows what he's doing. So the question is how we're gonna break this blockade, yeah? So we probably have to play it the usual way. And maybe h6, just make sure we get the second pawn in. Now we can probably take on c5, but maybe not, just defend for now. Let's grab this pawn. If you give me this pawn, I'm happy. Bishop f4, pair of bishops. What can you possibly else want from this situation, yeah? The pawns are rolling. Everything is going. If you try to flag me, I'm gonna be upset. If you really try to flag me, I'm gonna be upset, man. Because you have completely lost position. You need a new Twitch app. No more rematch. Come on, man. I play new opponents. Yes, that's the idea. So you see, I have some people here on the... well, I don't like playing on chess.com except if it's big tournaments. Because a lot of grandmasters there, they all don't know what to do. They just hang out there and play some blitz. I mean, nobody plays blitz actually seriously. Just play it for fun. I don't want to compete. I just play for fun as well. But if you play a GM, then I don't like to lose. And if I play a funny opening, then I risk losing. Yeah, so that is the reason why I play here. And let's see how much my hippo will. Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind another GM playing hippo against me as well. So it's gonna be double hippo. Yeah, so that's a reasonable thing to say, right? So e4. I'll play e5. Let's go there. Rook e8. That's probably a mistake. Yeah, he could have taken. He could have taken everything. But he didn't. Okay, so let's do this. So the knight goes to d3, etc., etc. Probably I should just play knight at d7. I might as well prepare for the upcoming f4. Not sure if that's a good idea for white, but who knows, yeah. People are strange. So let's grab this. Let's play here. I don't know about... actually, c6 is very interesting, but okay, let's exchange this bishop. He might play bishop e3 probably. And try to play with the good bishop against the bad bishop, yeah. Which is canon. Okay, fine. Let's go and see how bad is my bishop. Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's not that bad. I remember seeing Rajapov playing these positions in as King's Indian player, and he was quite comfortable with them. Yeah. So h5, bishop f6, bishop goes to h4, standard stuff. Bishop goes to g3 maybe. So let's check. Here. Okay, h8. So put his rook on h1. Okay, he wants to play this, a4 then. b3, can play a3 probably. And we can just ignore it. I don't know. Okay, let's see if he wants to take this pawn really badly. If you want to take this pawn from me. Oh, you let me play. Oop! Oh my god. He didn't see it. He could have taken my bishop with the queen, yeah? Oh my god. Okay. Who is this guy? He's 2400? No, he's only 2400 and he's playing well. Interesting, yeah? Should I try to flag him? I don't know. It's an interesting situation actually. Rook takes, rook h3, rook g6, right? So he didn't dare. It's called, this game is called a dare. But in this case I got the only file there is in existence, right? So it's a good deal to me. So the only question is, where will my queen go? It goes to b4, obviously. b4, and then it's infiltration. Thank you for all the pawns. I appreciate your gift. You want a rematch? Fine, I'll give you a rematch. He didn't take he didn't take my bishop. Yeah, but apart from that, he played alright. I mean, oh yeah, here's the London. I just played an autopilot. I wanted to play Hippo, but the London is like comes without thinking. That's bad, you know. Imagine like Queen c8, yeah. Okay, fine. Let's Queen e8, 95. Put his bishop on f5, bishop e2, and then we can try this little sneaky thing with g4, h4. I'm wondering how he's going to react. I remember I was looking at this line quite a while ago. It's actually very interesting. Now just going for the throat, and things are going to be exciting. Exciting. King takes, of course. Now g6 is coming, so that taking on g5 was really bad. He just pinned his own bishop. It's just bad. So, alright, g6. And if he takes knight g6, yeah, maybe. I kind of like my bishop, so let's play bishop d3, but then he wants to castle, yeah. I don't know. That's a dilemma. I don't know. Bishop d3, whatever. Just play some active Spielen. Probably not that active, but if you castle short side, then just probably double the rooks on the h file. Because that bishop on h7 is absolutely horrible. So I'm take with the pawn. And if he takes, so he goes this way, probably smart. Okay, so let's just play bishop g3. Well, we're gonna double our rooks anyway, because the bishop on h7 is completely tied up. So, poor bishop. Very poor. And we're gonna start our big Machiavelli plan. It's rook h4, rook h1. Is my video working? My sound is working.
Yes.
How is my face? Is it looking okay?
Yes.
It's okay, yeah? You can see it? It's so nice when my wife can see my face. So what we need to do is to bring our queen back into the game. And we can probably just play bishop g3 back. Or maybe hit this queen one more time. Just for a good measure. And go back here. And now there's sort of interesting things can happen, yeah? There's this little queen a3 thing, then queen d1, simple exchanging the queens. It just transposes into completely winning endgame. Alright, let's go to the new opponent. Let's hopefully we play somebody who enjoys Hippo. So let's play Hippo. I'm not gonna play Bonbonk, okay? I don't play Bonbonk. It's like playing King e2 is very silly. It's just silly. I really like Hippo. Because you don't need brains to play this opening. You just put bishop on b2, bishop on g2, knight on d2, knight on e2. And you watch your opponent try to come up with some plan to counter this thing. And it's not easy because you have no weaknesses. The only problem is you have, what you have is a lack of space, right? But that's not exactly a punishable offense, right? So he wants to play 5, I don't know. So maybe just don't play g5 at this point. I'm thinking about playing e4 though. It's actually interesting. And if he plays d4, now you can play a4. That's sort of like King's Indian, right? In a way. Very close to King's Indian. So he wants to play bishop g5, and alright, let's put our bishop back here. So let's see what he wants to do here. And there's this thing with knight f5, also sometimes very interesting. Probably doesn't work in this particular line, because Maruk is not there yet. So he wants to play knight g7 maybe, yeah. Okay, so put this bishop here. It belongs there, queen on d2. Then he wants to play g5 and cut my bishop away. I don't know, let's see. Let's see how this works out. This guy is what, 2600? Okay, so he's he knows what he's doing. Okay, so let's castle. Let us castle, and we're gonna go for king h2, rook g1 plan. Ah, knight f7! He tricked me! You tricked me, sir! How dare you trick me? And he wants to play g5 next move, yeah. That was unexpected. Alright, so let's play f4. Let's just play bishop down. I don't care. Bishop down. Not fun. Yeah. That was smart. The way he played was pretty smart. Alright, so let's play f5. Let's blockade the whole thing. Yeah, that was pretty smart. 96, knight f7, get my bishop. I didn't think of that. So just block everything, try to make a draw, being piece down. That's the plan. That is my plan. Queen e1, bishop f4 probably. Yeah, I don't. He is starting to play a lot of computer moves. I don't like that. Yeah, I can already see it. But okay. The only way to beat the cheater is just to flag him. If he's cheating. I'm not saying he's cheating. There is suspicion at this point. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So let's hope I'm wrong. Yeah, but he was playing really fast the first time, right? And now he's slowing down. So let's see what he's trying to do. Ooh, interesting plan. Interesting plan. But that is quite computer plan. Rook b2, knight b4. Trying to bring all this stuff. He wants to take and put the knight on g5. Yeah, that's computer. All this is computer stuff. Absolutely clear computer stuff. Except he just gave me a piece, yeah? Okay. So maybe he's not doing computer stuff. Maybe he's just trying to do the draw. Knight d2. Trying to avoid sacrifices on c4. And we brought successfully our knight to b5, and we closed this whole thing. Eureka! Bishop b3. And just shuffle back and forth. Okay, so what happened? 50 moves without change, yeah? Alright, I don't want to play this guy. He was quite suspicious. At the end, he just gave me a piece. Okay. I have some suspicions about this person, but he's smart, yeah? He's mixing up the moves, his own moves with the computer moves. Very difficult to detect. Now it looks like you tricked him. No, I didn't trick him. He just gave me his bishop because that would be very suspicious if in a family with such a low rating beat the GM. And the way he played was just outplaying me. Taking his sweet, sweet time. So, not just banned, but again, it's very hard to prove. But okay. Okay, I'm not gonna report this guy because I'm in a good mood. It's my first day of streaming. I'm trying to get to streaming again now that we're all home, right? We're all home. We feel bad. We feel scared. Kidding, come on. We feel happy, come on. Well, okay, maybe not everybody's happy, but at least we're happy to be at home, yeah?
Yes.
Timing could be any better. You got back from the store. Hey, we just also got back from the store. We bought some, how is it krupa in English? And grechka.
Rice and
What's some dry food supplies? Just to make sure we got some.
cereals.
We got something. Here in Russia, a lot of stores are closed. The only places that are open, restaurants are closed, but they close for seating, but they do the food for taking out. It is allowed to take the food out. So suddenly there are a lot of jobs for people, to transfer the food by bikes, by scooters, by walking. Anyway, but the shops themselves, they have plenty of stuff there. There is no quite panic yet, maybe because I live on the outskirts of the big city. So what happened with this 3+0? Where were all the guys? There we go. Ooh, I got 2,800 per person. Well, the problem is not really that you're standing with the virus at home, but because all the businesses, they're losing money. If you don't work, you lose money, right? But there are a lot of bills due anyway. Electricity, gas, home bills, utility bills, right? And you're not making any money. So that is the only problem. That means a lot of people that, and a lot of actually chess players that used to make money, the only money they could was by playing at the open tournaments, and they cannot play, right? So I feel really bad for them because I don't feel the situation is going to change anytime soon, like for the better. So those are the guys that I feel pretty bad for. So the Hippo Knight was on E7. Nah, I don't want to show up my stream on the chess quite yet. So King F8 will do the artificial castle, just king walking up to the rook. Maybe, I don't know about Nakamura, how he's making his money, but the fact that he is a full-time streamer is a big sign of thanks. Yeah, I think he's making more money streaming than playing in the tournaments. I believe that. And actually he's very smart to do that, because that's where all the money is. That's the only way to make money. 92. That is the move that I, for some reason, have not considered. Queen g5, king h1, and then I'm completely tied up, right? Okay, so I probably have to take this. That means I'm not very happy camper, because he going for f4 break eventually, sooner or later. So I'm gonna kick this knight out, obviously. And that's the second knight going there. So queen e7 for now, bring the rook, bring the bishop, bring the heavy guns. Probably bring a 5 in. Let's play f5. I know that looks kind of funny, but as long as white doesn't have f4 break, I think I should be okay. Although he can't do this. Yeah, he can do this. And now he can play f4, yeah? Yep. Tricked me. Tricked me once. Shame on me. Tricked me twice. No, it goes the other way around, yeah? Doesn't matter. Anyway, so so he wants to take on f5, and I will be stuck with the bad structure. Yeah, so that was the danger of this thing. So let's try to mix things up a little bit and hope for the best. All right, here. Take. Fe5. I can probably. I don't take on e5, but I probably have no choice, yeah. So I have to take with the bishop. Takes on f5, and I'm stuck with the bad structure, I know. I'm stuck in a bad structure, but this way I can just sort of give you this queen exchange, and I'll be quite okay, I believe. So let's exchange the rook pair. I mean, his knight is probably gonna go to e6, right? Yeah, so he wants to do it this way. I hate to do it, but I probably have to do this also. And 96 probably, yeah. Yeah, because I cannot take on b2. So suddenly people are playing extremely well. All of them. Wow. Wow. And of course he sees everything. All the tactical tricks. Yeah, so this guy's playing like 3,000 right now. He's absolutely playing the best moves. Which of course I don't believe. Otherwise he would be the top player in the world. And we all know how that goes, right? Jeremy Lucas. Fine, you win. Okay, let's play. Let me play more focused this time. Let me play more focused this time. I don't know this guy. Who's this guy? Public relations. Okay, he didn't take my rook. Okay, good. So that means he's human. So we can just sit here and copy moves, yeah? Probably. Let's do that. Let's do that. Fine. I'll copy you this time. And I'll put this knight on. Should I put him there? Yeah, why not? Knight c2. Knight goes to c2. Take. And since you give me the square on b5, I'll probably take it. I'll take the square. f4. Knight g4, bishop h3, that's my hope. So we're gonna just push our pawns. Push the pawns, push the pawns, push the pawns. I don't know. Queen f2, rook e1. Prepare. Prepare. No, we don't give you this pawn. Fine. Okay. You keep bishop e5 and then f6 maybe, yeah? That's what I would do. That is something that I would consider doing. And I have to play h4 some point, probably, yeah. And h5, I can give you this exchange. You don't want to take it. Oh, fine. Okay, he didn't take the spade. It's pretty smart. That goes to f4. Or bishop goes to f4. So he first takes time to prepare the exchange. Okay. Can he trap my queen? I wonder. Yeah, it's tough to do something about this bishop on e5, of course. See, he prepared the rook on e5 finally, yeah? He found a way to do this. Fine, let's exchange the queens. Then he, of course, breaks through. He gets my pawn on h6. Yeah, perfect play by black again. IGM, Pog, I thought International Grand was just an urban legend. Yeah. So let's see who this guy is. Because I think he should be a GM at least, at very least, if he can outplay me like this. And play chess. Ooh. Oh, I like this picture. Yeah, nice picture. But it doesn't tell me who this guy is. Well, I'll leave it to you guys, okay? To find out who this guy is. I have no idea. And new opponent. Yeah. So let's see. Up. I don't see time. What time? Yeah, that was okay. Well, he knows that I didn't play seriously, but still, the way he put pieces, it tells me that it's a high-level grandmaster, obviously, or it is a high-level computer. That's the only thing I can tell you. Usually, I can beat some low-rated computers. Again, like any good grandmaster should be able to do. I mean, for example, the type of computers that you see on the planes, right? You fly on the plane, you see a computer, you decide why not play this computer, and those are pretty weak. Yeah. To beat some lowly GMs, Leela. I like Leela, but she is a very fragile thing. I remember I was trying to set up Leela for analysis for work. And basically I read about it, correct me if I'm wrong, but because it's a self-learning program, right? It means that it has to play with itself many games, and your strength depends on those many games, because those many games, they take time and they take space, so the people behind the project, they had to upload versions, right? So yeah, I mean, setting up Lila is not the hardest thing. The hardest thing is to find the strength, the version that's the best, yeah. Because the Lilas that I saw that were available on the website, ooh, that's interesting. So let's give him check first. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. Yeah, so the version that I saw on the website, the different batches of Lila, right? So they all come with different flavors. So grab, and let's see what he does here. Knight g3, I can probably just take on h7. So let's do that, but he can play knight h5. I don't think he can catch my rook though. My rook is sneaky, it's very tricky, and in this case I just play rook h3. And I still got the best of structure. Yes, that pawn on g6 is weak. It's very weak. Right, so let's hit this thing, then hit this thing. Maybe rook g4 first. Now let's play a3. I sort of like trying to play b4 and take this pawn. Yeah, so let's see how he protects this pawn. I'm very curious. Extremely curious. Inquiring minds wish to know how black is going to protect all that stuff. So let's play a4. Prepare my knight to get to c4. And I think I tricked him, yeah? Because he cannot play rook e5, that pawn on g6 is, will be unprotected, and if he doesn't, then I just grab this fifth rank thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't have enough games played, then it doesn't play at a really strong level. And I figured, you know, Lila is such an expensive program, and I heard that Stockfish beat a recent Stockfish became again a world champion, recently beat some kind of version of Lila. And if a free program like Stockfish, which is, I mean, of course, it's a brilliant program. I've been using it for analysis for years now. I absolutely love it. And if this free program can beat an expensive stuff like Lila, I mean, come on. So he wants to play this, so let's play rook b7. Well, Alpha Zero and Stockfish. Yes, but it was many years ago. I mean, after that they decided that in order to improve, they actually posted a lot of variations of Lila playing World Computer Championships, TCAC, right? And recently, Stockfish beat them all. I was very impressed. I mean, I was rooting for Stockfish always. The little free guy, you know, who goes against the big corporate thing, like it can still beat it. Of course, I haven't checked for the last couple of years. You know, the people behind that project, I think they also were behind the project that beat the Go guy, right? The Go world champion, and there's also a few years ago there was the program that beat Dota 2 top players, right? And I think 2 years ago they actually made like 5 Dota. You know, they're playing as a team now against the human guys, and they beat the top teams like Zero. And it was very funny. I was watching those matches. I was not watching live, but I saw some on the YouTube or somewhere. It was funny the way the bots were saying, like they were losing the score, I think, in the first game, or they were not winning by much. And they were saying the probability to win was around 90%. That was trash talking at its best. Yeah. Yeah, Lily is free and open source, but I mean the original Lily beat Stockfish in the match, right? That was an expensive Lily. I mean, maybe it is free, but in order to be a monster like it was when it beat Stockfish, it had to be used on those mega super duper those not processors, what they call T something, right? Yeah. So bishop e6. Yeah, but then that program continued to beat these guys, and they're like top professionals in the world, right? It was not just embarrassing; it was just it was scary stuff. So this guy is playing his own version of Hippo, I guess. Who is this guy? 2600. Yeah. Okay, so we are faced with a choice what to do here. I don't know. All right, so let's castle. Yeah. When in doubt, just, develop castle, and I'm just gonna go castle and see what he wants to do. So I'm ready for f4. I'm ready for some action. Bishop d6, smart, but I have to play f4 anyway. Bishop f7, of course, and then now what? Now what? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, let's. When in doubt, develop. When you don't know what to do, make a useful move. A general purpose move like that is fine. And then I'm thinking maybe I should just go for his king, yeah? Just straightforward g5, f5 attack. Okay, so I'm not gonna care about that. But if I play g5, he takes, and then bishop goes, and my queen will be... Alright, so let's play knight h5, let's do something like this. Sort of, maybe sacrifice something somewhere. I don't know what, and I don't know where, but maybe. There's an idea to play f5, of course, so let's play f5. I give you this e5 square for you. And of course I want to put my knight on f4 and potentially to e6. So that's the plan. So he wants to trade. I don't want to trade. No, thank you. Because I like this dark squared bishop. It might come handy. Queen h4 probably. And I'm ready to play knight f4 finally. Of course you managed to put your pieces in optimal squares, I understand. And that is something of a concern, but I need to get rid of this knight on e5. It's very super mega strong, and now the knight is ready to go to e6 finally. So let's bring this knight to e6. Then I'm gonna play probably b4 at some points, maybe bishop g3 is a threat, yeah? Sneaky guy. So king g2 first. King g2 first. Yeah, so this is an interesting game actually. What is stronger, my two bishops and potential for an attack, or his structure? So he's saying he wants to get rid of this pawn. Okay. Well, I don't just play a move for no idea. Usually you play a move with some certain concrete idea in mind, right? So no move should be like played with no idea at all. So g5 first. Break open the file. If he takes with the pawn, I can take on a5, and then that means my bishop has some room to spare. So let's grab this now. Bishop g4 I can play. So let's play bishop g4. He has monster pawns, of course, I understand that, but let's see what I get in return. I can play bishop f5. Can take on f8 and take on e5. I don't have much time, right? So let's grab this. Let's grab this. Play king g1. I want to play bishop e6 check. That is the main threat right now. Yeah. So, of course, he blundered that bishop on after b4, but the situation was already not that great. Okay, so let's see. The present world champion is Komodo. Really? I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I heard like such bad news about Dota recently. A lot of people like stopped playing it because of all the changes, so they all moved to League of Legends. I played League of Legends a little bit, very little bit, like a few years ago. And a lot of chess players did. You know, like it's like beginning of the internet when you had all those social networks, right? Like Facebook, MySpace, all popping up. So those are popular. So something like that. Now, of course, I'm wondering who is this guy? 2600. So okay, so let's play g6 for a change. So let's see what he got. Ooh, f4. Okay. Yeah, f4 is a pretty aggressive move. It's actually pretty good. It actually forces me to play f5 because I don't want to allow white to play f5 himself. So, hence this move. Sort of trying to block white's aggression in the path. Now we can castle. Yeah, I mean, Fortnite was pretty crazy, right? Quite recent. It was very recent craze. And look where everybody is. I don't know. Do people still play Fortnite even? I mean, I tried playing it a little bit, but I got dizzy. It's like some games not for me. Like first shooters not for me. It's just for some reason I'm very prone to seizures or something. So yeah. I mean, I remember when the time came when there was this first game, the famous shooter. Was it Doom? Duke Nukem? No, it was it Doom, I think. Yeah. It was the Mars and those demons in the Mars or something. And I tried playing it. It was back in the 90s, early 90s, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. So that was absolutely crazy, of course. I couldn't play it for longer than 2 minutes. And then, of course, I found EverQuest. That was the game that took my all the time. It was an incredible game. It was an incredible game, incredible memories. I played it I started late. I started with the Kunark expansion. It was in 2000, the end of 2000, I believe. And then I played until 2000, heavily raiding until 2000, I think 8, maybe 2007. That's when the Omens came, right? So, right, let's grab this, play e5. I don't know what this guy wants. But I just want to play g5 and just, you know, go all in. g4, rook takes f4. Yeah, because g4 is a dangerous move. It opens your king, like, really badly. Right, and then that means I can just... Queen c6, for example, is coming, right? But not just queen c6, also my central pawns are all rolling here. So d4, f3, e4, e3, anything. It's like 2 bishops, very bad king for white. Very dangerous position. Right. So as I was saying about those EverQuest memories, it's like that was a fantastic game. Something you can do, something you control. The granddaddy of all the MMOs, right? And of course came the moment, that wonderful moment when everybody left for what was that? Blizzard's game. Damn it, I forgot. Something with the W. Yeah. And they did something the EverQuest never could. Yeah. Warcraft. Yeah. Well, the change sack is it's not actually a sack because the material is even. You get a pawn and a bishop, but you get so many advantages. You get a pair of bishops, you get his king wide open, you get a huge center. So in effect, that was it's not I sacrificing the change. He sacrificed his the position of his the well-being of his position, you know, for that rook. And I say it's not worth it. That rook was definitely not worth it. So, okay, so it's a hippo. Hippo, hippo, hippo. My favorite opening. I recommend. It's very simple to play. H3, G4, Knight G3, and then you either attack or you just close the center. In this case, I usually take here and play E4, because then I don't have bad bishop on G2. And if you manage to play E4 later, you actually should be better in this position. So let's castle, because he doesn't have time to play Knight E6, and we managed to play E4 first. And we should have an advantage now, because the open file, close position, the knights are perfect. Monsters in this position, double on the F file, bishop C1, pawns rolling. I'm not saying it's automatic win, but it's very close to winning position strategically. So Knight F3, Queen D2, then we're ready for H4, H5, G5. In this case, Knight F5 probably is good. So you should always take with the G pawn. Okay, so you're trying to do what? Final. Yeah, so I missed this part. And what is this? So rook G1, for example. And the knight goes where? If he plays Knight H5, that means I can play rook F3. And I can play rook G4 if I want to. Kick his queen. Kick his queen's ass. And I don't know. So many good things come to mind here. So let's play Queen G2. Well, he got the pawn, but I feel that I have definite compensation for it. Now that my bishop is joining the game. It will be ready to do some damage here. So rook H3 first, maybe. Maybe that was unnecessary, who knows. Bishop G5 now is probably a good idea. I feel like I'm misplaying this position quite a lot. Such a great position, and I'm playing terrible. Terrible. Okay, rook H4, make sure he doesn't take on F5. The threat is probably to play F6, although I'm not quite sure. Actually, I want to play E5, right? That's probably the cleanest way to play this position. The reason I played Bishop G5 was trying to provoke F6. That will weaken his defenses on the king side, because the knight depends on this pawn on G6, and if you undermine this pawn on G6, then this whole structure will fall. So yeah, so we don't pay attention to what he's doing here, because our money is on this situation here. If you want to give me 2 rooks, I'll gladly take them. I'll take them. Okay, so let's play next. Queen H6, move 28. I don't know. Well, in general, I feel that position was still pretty good for white. I mean, in tournament game, obviously it's a winning position. That structure is winning. So, especially with the black bishop on B6, it's doing absolutely nothing. But in the blitz, of course, it's more difficult. All right, so. How long am I streaming actually? I was only going to stream for just a very few things. not for long because it was test stream. I hadn't been streaming for quite a while. And I need to update a lot of settings. I need to update my channel. I was trying to run this together with the YouTube. And I have to figure those things out, how to do that. And of course I promised everybody that I'll do my emoticons. I'll try to do them later. Because at this time of the, the time of the situation, the world right now, probably streaming is the best thing I can do for chess. Make some fun. Get some great games going, some conversation, some teaching throws in, so hopefully you guys can benefit from all that stuff. I was actually watching how Nepomniachtchi, he also streams sometimes. Yeah, he was streaming how he was trying to find the game against Nakamura. Then I go to do some groceries, and I come back, and then I find that he played Nakamura. And then Hikaru beats him like 5.5 to half, and then he stops playing, I think. So unless I'm wrong, maybe they still play now. But that was unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But Blitz is absolutely a different beast. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like. It's not quite chess, to be honest. To be absolutely honest, I don't consider it to be. Chess. So many special techniques involved, right? Like pre-moves, guessing your opponent move before, and then the whole time flag thing, right? Which I absolutely hate. It's just absolutely nothing. Okay, so in this structure you want to play g4, g5 to make sure your knight later comes to e4. And he is a monster then, right? Because that knight on e8 will have to cover that f6 square, the Wiener. Well, I think he did the same mistake as I did when I played French for the first time against Topalov in 1980, in 2009. And that mistake was, of course, very expensive because even if you studied the opening, you really need to know it. Oh, what am I doing? Knight of6 was immediately much stronger, of course. Oof, terrible. Yeah, so as I'm saying, you need to get a feel for the opening, so you need to play it and to test it much more. So I felt that decision to play Wiener was probably okay, but c4 in my mind, when he got the structure, I actually, when I was writing a book, I actually mentioned a game where I played Vasily Ivanchuk, the great Vasily Ivanchuk, and he used to play a lot of French against me, and I was obviously very happy when he did that because we had some huge battles there. And one of the games at the Olympiad where I beat him in this critical game, he also opted for the Wiener, yeah, and I felt that was not a great choice. So you see, his knights are now great. My knight on f6 is not that great, so my opening strategy was not a success. And since I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna just go and bluff. Okay, so sometimes that's what you gotta do. You just bluff. Right, and we had a very similar structure happen in our tournament game. So I felt that position was pretty good for black. I'm not sure what happened, why he decided to go for this structure, but he took away the critical c4 square from his pieces, especially from the knight, by playing c5, c4. And after that moment, I thought he was lost, because that was it's fine. It's just the square for that for those pieces. There is no better square. I mean, c4 is the greatest square for the French knight. Knight b3, rook d7, yeah, I can probably play. Like, a lot of moves to win here. Yeah, once he closed the position, his knights had no places, they were all passive, the game was over. It was just over. There was no question about it. What are you doing? He thought I'm gonna take on c4, right? Okay, but rook d7 is much stronger, of course. Alright, so anyway, yeah, Maxim showed, Maxim took his time in the opening, right? When he reached this critical position, when they changed pieces, and it was this critical position before he played 92. And I didn't watch candidates much, but I was lucky just to tune in to the broadcast at that particular moment. I didn't listen to all those guys that were commenting because I like to think on my own. So I was looking at the video of Maxim, and he was thinking, and I realized, Maxim, of course, is the fantastic player. He's extremely strong, and he was pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was looking at all the possible ways how he can not only define the best move, the best plan, but he was also thinking how he can. He knew that Nepomniachtchi experience in the French on the black side was close to nil. Yeah, he probably studied a lot, but he was thinking where he could find the little things that can bring him this huge decisive advantage. Those little psychological things, those little squares things. So that was the critical moment of the game, and I think that's where it was decided, because Nepomniachtchi plays his games really fast. I mean, sometimes it's a great thing. Usually the intuition tells you the right move right at the start, and then you have to, eliminate by calculation the other candidate moves, of course. But the basic idea is that your first intuition, the first move that you see, is usually the good one. Yeah, but this is a candidate. So it's not just it's not even white. Yeah, this is not some 2600 Elo category tournament, even it's a GM tournament. You need time, you need to use it to think, and you need to spend it. So that's where he is. Okay, all right. So yeah, actually that's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna do an FFL emoticon. Yeah, so that's one of the things. I'm also thinking about doing some other emoticons. I have great ideas. Hopefully. My wife, she is now studying some drawings, so she's a beginning artist, so I'm waiting for her to, catch up, and hopefully in a couple of years you guys will be treated to absolute fantastic designs and ideas. Alright, I mean, we both are very artistic in nature, It's important to be creative, especially in chess, because you can find the ideas that are not visible on the surface, and you need that understanding of the game. I mean, it might not be the best move, but it can be certainly a pretty move. It doesn't have to be a pretty move. It can be just an idea, a potential idea, right? There were stories about the Tal, like he sometimes was so taken with this some very deeply hidden idea that he would just keep going for the very sure win in order to pursue that idea. And I think that tells a lot about the person, about the way you play chess, because that means you're more of an artist first, and then you play chess. So that means you're an artist, you create something for yourself, by yourself, for the people, for the others. You're pursuing the idea, and I think that's a great way to play chess. And modern chess, of course, is more about winning, right? And well. And with that, I think I should stop my broadcast for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You saw some games that I played on Lichess. You shared with me some of my suspicions about certain people here. And I'll see you guys another time. Alright? So thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure to see you. And hope you took something. Alright, take care, guys. Everybody, keep safe, keep healthy. Do safe things. Bye-bye.